Alrighty, it is March 3rd. Excuse me, it is not March 3rd. It is March 12th at 11:30 a.m. 54 hot degrees out. I just picked up my load
on this road for 21 miles
in Reedville, North Carolina. Now, it sucks because I only have like 450 miles to my 90, but I only have 6 hours and 35 minutes left on my clock. My 14-hour clock got burned up, dropping at the 90 this morning, and then picking up here at the 01. So, it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal because that would have pretty much burned my clock anyways, to where I'm going to need to do a 10-hour break over there regardless. So this just sucks because I'm not going to get to the 90 and shut down there at their lovely overnight parking facility, which, as you guys know, would have been a tremendous benefit. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this sucker. Now I can pretty much run 6 hours and 35 minutes, just not break my clock, not go into the red. And the reason why I can do that is because I'm not going to be burning up my, I'm not burning up the drive hours. In other words, I'm not running too many hours to where it's going to cause my recaps to get screwed up. As a matter of fact, I want to run as much as I can today, so next week I have a good recap coming back for today, for this time next week. Recaps are something that you really need to learn. They're important if you want to run. If you want to run good. I'm sure if you've watched some of my videos, you see I'm bitching about not having good recaps, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now, I'm driving for recaps right now, trying to, well, you're not going me over, so I'm going to, there's no chance to get over, so we're going to just go slow here. So I've got to drive for recaps, meaning there's no sense burning all my hours to, you know, if no sense burning your 10, 11 hours, because you're going to, if you do that every week or every day, you're going to not have a recaps coming back the next week for a day or so. Anyways, the pickup was it was uneventful, although I think somebody hit somebody's truck there. Oh, when I say that, I'm not saying me by any means. I of course won't say the company of what's going on, and I'm not even 100% sure. But when I walked out from getting my bills, there was the guy that was backed into the door in his old Western Star, I think it was, and another trucking company. He was just past him and turned to the right like he just passed him. And what I think might have happened is I think he got too close to the front of his truck. So when he cut it to the right, I think his trailer swung around and caught a piece of his bumper. And the only reason why I say that is because when I came out, they were both standing in front of the guy's truck, the Western Star's truck, and the guy was rubbing on his bumper and, like, you know, taking pictures of it and stuff. So, yeah, I think the guy got too close and may have rubbed him. Now, I could be completely wrong. You know how it is. That's how rumors start. That's why, well, I would never say the name of the companies anyways. But that's how rumors start. It could have just been the two dudes were talking, and the guy's going, oh, look, there's boogers on my bumper. Let me take a picture of that for Instagram. Now, why the other truck would be in the position he was in, you know, not completing his backing maneuver to come look at the boogers on his bumper, I don't know. So chances are he might have rubbed into him. From the distance, I didn't see any damage. You know, like bent, broken, or anything like that. And the bumper still looked like it was properly mounted and secured. So we may just have a little re-chroming to do on it. Who knows? No, I said we, I don't mean we as in me or we as in, you know, the company. I'm saying, you know, they might have to do a little rerouting. But I'm sure you guys are going to think it was me because I said we, because that's what I would be thinking. Damn it, I'm not going to post this video. No, I'm just kidding. It really wasn't me, though. I could give you, I could show you a picture of who it is when I wouldn't do that. Because, of course, I snapped a picture just for fun and said, oh, wait a minute, no. I'm not gonna show anybody. But yeah, I don't expect too much to happen on this trip. We're running a blistering, ooh shit, 58 miles an hour. Let me knock that down. Oh, we got to go down to 55 up here, so we're gonna drop it down to 55. I'm probably gonna run 55, 57 all the way there because one, I don't have a 90 time yet. Again, I know what they're doing. They wanted to see when I was gonna get loaded. And they're going to probably they're probably going to give me a 90 appointment when I'm about halfway there. It seems like when you don't have a 90 time, it's like they kind of wait to see what's going to happen, and then an appointment all of a sudden pops up. But it sure would be nice if it turned into a drop and hook, but it doesn't say. It says spot trailers no, but you never know. Sometimes that thing's wrong. But yeah, I'm not expecting anything. We've got good weather at both locations. I'm not hating on the, you know, 400, just under 500 mile trip. I'd rather sit and do 400 or 500 mile trips, 300 mile trips all day long, all week long, as long as I build my miles and as long as I stay out of the snow. If you're going to make me go to the snow, you better be giving me a 3,000 mile run. Oh, man. Because, yeah, I'd rather work a little harder and stay out of that snow than to get into that snow, risk wrecking, risk having to shut down, you know, all the risks dealing with the snow. But yeah, we got about 450 miles to go. It's going to be a long 450 miles at 55 miles an hour. But we got to do what you got to do, you know. They tell you need to get your fuel mileage up. You need to get your fuel mileage up. Or is it down? No, you want more miles per gallon, so you got to get it up. You want to be going more miles per gallon. Oh, I had to put a beard net and a hair net on. That was kind of cool. I got me a picture of that. That's going on Instagram. So if you want to see that foolishness, you gotta hit me up on Instagram, which is at DavidH6571. At David H, you know, the at sign. David H6571. Yeah, you can see foolishness like that. Yeah, and you can also see what I looked like when I was 18. I just threw a picture of me when I was 18 and just married. Actually, I don't even know if we were married there. I think I might have been 17 there. I think that might have been when we first started dating. No, I was 18 when we started dating. Yeah, I was 18, that's right. I started working where she worked when I was 17. But we didn't start dating until after the fact. But anyways, yeah, there you go, man. That's cool. Cool. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, and catch my live feeds when they come out. They're a good time, man. We all have a good time in there. Alright, these stupid radar things on the front of these trucks. This truck especially, it's not adjusted right at all. It keeps, like right now, I had to quickly jam the accelerator pedal. It keeps picking up freaking vehicles in the right lane. If I'm cruising, there's a vehicle in that right lane and he starts slowing down, and especially if he's getting off an off ramp, boom, it nails the brakes. But right now, there was somebody up ahead of me going off an off-ramp, and I mean, he was going slow, and when I got to a certain point to him, bam, man, I mean, it nailed the brakes,
take the entrance to the right on I-40 West I-85 BR South US 29 US 70 US 220.
Now I know why they're blowing up engines. Freaking thing dropped like 2 gears. And then of course you gotta mash the gas to get it to release itself from the bonds of hell, from the hands of hell trying to slam you through the windshield. But it doesn't do it with vehicles on the left. It's always the ones on the right for some reason. But and then it will be fine for a little bit, and then all of a sudden it gets nasty again. And then the constant crash warnings it gives you. You know, it's like, oh, I just crashed into that. Okay, thank you. I'm glad that it doesn't lock the wheels up when it thinks it's going to crash into something. That'd be ridiculous. But speed limit here is 55. I'm doing 55. It's like that should bring up my mileage. What? What?
Speed warning.
Boy, Lisa was freaking rolling there, man, with all that commands. Turn her up, see if she says that again. Say it again.
In a half mile, take the entrance to the right on I-40 West I-85 BR South US 29 US 70 US 220.
Okay, I think Lisa was more you go gamble wherever you're gambling on, man.
I remember I didn't tell you 30% up the road there once you get on 29 north.
Take exit to the right.
Oh, okay, she's not going to tell me again. I was waiting for her to ramble up. Here we go.
Mile, continuing on to I-40.
No? I thought for
In 2
sure.
miles, keep to the right on I-40 West US 220 South US 421 North.
So we have 40,000 pounds on the truck, and where my tandems were, I think in the 7th hole. In the 7th hole, the right-way scale said I had 18,000 pounds on the rear tandems. 18,000 pounds on the... turn her down. It said I had 18,000 pounds on the rear, on the trailer, and the tractor said I had 30,000 pounds on it. But I was not sitting on a level surface. There was just no level surface there. Now there was a truck stop about 2 miles up the road on the other side of the freeway where I needed to get on, that I could have went to and gotten level ground, and even scaled it there, or redid the right way. But I knew if I went there, they had a McDonald's, and I love those McDoubles, man. I'd have got me a couple McDoubles, which I don't need, and I don't need to spend no money. So I decided, let me do the math, and I did the math, and all the math worked out to where the weight of the empty tractor trailer plus the 40K
in a half mile,
whatever,
keep to the right on I-40 West US 220 South US 421 North.
And then when you subtracted the 11.5 from the steers, which it could have a little more weight on the steers, but 11.5 you're safe.
In a quarter mile, and then keep to the right on I-40 West US 220 South US 421 North.
And then I subtracted the 30K from that equation. That left me with almost 33,000 on my trailer tandems.
Continue on this road for 12 miles.
So I decided that, okay, something ain't right. It's probably because I'm on that hill, which is correct because I was downhill a little bit, and that being downhill a little bit is going to put the weight on your tractor and take it off your trailer. So what I went ahead and did just to be safe is I slid the trailer tandems from the 7th hole to the 10th hole, and that put more weight on the tractor. I'm at like 30,500 on the tractor, maybe 31,000 on the tractor now. So I know I'm going to be good. I don't need to worry about. I don't need to go find level ground or anything, because even once you do all the math, even with it acting the way it was, I was legal. So I could have left it right where it was and been legal. But me, I like to know I'm legal, so I went ahead and slid it up onto the tractor, put a little more weight on the tractor. So now, if my calculations work, if I move that up to 31,000 pounds, that would be almost balanced. That would bring the trailer down to around 31,000 pounds. If I could remember exactly what I said was on the trailer, or it brought it down a little bit more. No, because it was 32 something. So yeah, so the truck's probably balanced really good now. But you know, these are things you got to deal with when you're out there. Like, I need to get the hell out of this lane. Although, right now, I'm getting bumped off on the radar because that car in front of me. But still, I want to get over driving this slow. Okay, time to turn down the air conditioning. Yes, I said it, the air conditioning. I've been running AC all day today. It's been so hot. It's, geez, what is it now? 56 degrees, 55 degrees. So this is why I hate driving this lane. Now, as soon as I get into it, you got a freaking truck coming on. Luckily, he's going really slow. Otherwise, it's like you got to fight for the spot. But you got to... I'll usually ride that second lane when I'm going through cities, like when it's really trafficy and traffic's not moving very fast, just because otherwise you're merging back and forth as cars get on and off the interstate. Now, if I was running 62 still, I'd be over in that lane where there's entrances here, because the speed limit here is 60. But, hell, what am I running right now? I'm set at 55. 55, stay alive. Until I get an appointment time, I have no rush. I mean, I'm only gonna be able to drive 300 miles today. So I'm gonna be about 150 miles out, you know, for my 6 hours. Right now, I've got me shutting down in 5 hours, 50 minutes. I've got 6 hours and 6 minutes, so that's not leaving me a comfortable enough leeway. This is at a rest area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if there's one a little bit closer, and I'll use this one that I was going to go to as a backup. So if I can find one that's maybe 20 minutes closer or so, or a truck stop, that will give me, you know, a 30-minute leeway at least. And if I can't super truck it at one of those, I'll go to this one and definitely have to super truck it there, because I'll be out of hours. Whether I got to do shoulder parking or what. And when I say shoulder, I don't mean like on the interstate. I mean that entrance ramp or exit ramp parking. But again, that's things you got to do. I mean, yeah, Prime doesn't want you parking on the shoulder, but you know, what are you going to do? Just shut down 3 hours early because you can't find a spot? And a lot of times where I park on the shoulders on those enter and exit ramps, they're not marked no parking, so it's a legit spot, or at least it's not marked no parking. And it's not, you know, actually, like, obviously it's not marked no parking right here on the right, but this is, you know, just common sense tells you that's your emergency parking only. You can't shut down for the night there unless you're a super trucker. Then you might shut down there. Oh man. Yeah, this truck's been acting weird with its transmission. I don't know if you guys remember me, you know, telling you about how it was trying to stay in 5th gear. But earlier today, was I empty when I was in 5th gear last time? No, I picked up a loaded trailer. Okay. Because today when I was running, no, I was loaded. I was going to my 90. It kept trying to take off in 8th gear. Not take off, but, you know, if I was doing, like, if I didn't come to a stop in the light change or something, it was trying to take off in 8th gear, man, and we would just barely start creeping, and it would be bogging, and I'd have to manually downshift it and get it going. But yeah, it's weird. Something's off on its shifting there. But I'll when I turn the truck in, I'll just let them know, you know, it may or may not be a problem, and I'll tell them what it did. It might be a known issue, or they might know how to tweak it or something. Or they may just send the truck, you know, to the detail shop, have it cleaned up, and give it to the next guy the way it is. Who knows? But yeah, that is that. All right, I've been driving 55 for like 2 hours, and it's like, okay, it's time to pick it up a little. So now I set it to 57, and I feel like I'm a rocket ship now. I'm freaking barreling down the highway, burning the blacktop up. Ain't nobody gonna pass me now. Yeah, I'm running it. Well, I ain't running it wide open, actually, because wide open we'd be doing super fast 62. We're only doing 57, so I only got her about 3/4 of the way open. Slow ass truck. I don't know why they freaking, well, no, I know why they do it, but it sucks that they do it. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, is why they governor the trucks at such low speeds, and then they kind of force us to run even slower than what the governor is. Because from what I understand, if your fuel mileage is too bad and you're a company driver, you no longer can be a company driver. I guess you'd have to go lease. And if you're leasing and you decide to go back to company, you have to have you have to be below a certain amount of fuel mileage. Like me, I want to start training, so I have to be above 7. I believe it's 7.5 miles to the gallon. And you know, how long until they recheck and go, okay, you're good. I guess I have to maintain that the whole time I'm training. I don't know. Well, I mean, it would be easy, because if I have a trainee driving the truck, they're only going to do 57. They might even just do 55. PSDs might do 55. TNTs might do 57. Yeah, that's the ticket. 'Cause I don't want no trainee running wide open at a whopping 62 miles an hour. I might actually fall out of the truck and walk past it. That's the beauty of running so slow. You don't have to merge over for anybody, because they're like, okay, you got to be 20 miles an hour under the speed limit if you're passing somebody, or merge over. Well, yeah, man, I'm freaking 50 miles an hour under the speed limit. What the hell? But anyways, boop. All right, Wendy and I were having a conversation, and I found a new shutdown point because that rest area is just, it's cutting it close, man. I could probably do it, but I really don't want to go into the red on my time and have to worry about that for the next 7 days. So I went ahead and looked for another rest area, but the next rest area is too soon. It'd be shutting me down way too soon. Damn right, speed warning, because I'm a freaking wide open running fool. Oh, I was going downhill.
I pulled into this load one time. Waiting on a guy bring me a load, one of our drivers.
Oh yeah?
Up here this next little,
Roger. Shut up! I'm talking to friggin' my phone. I'm talking to my phone. Leave me alone. And my GPS. Anyway, so I had a conversation with my GPS, Wendy. And we found a pilot that is, what was it, 320 some miles from here. It's going to put me there at 5:02, which I'm going to see what kind of timing difference I have now that I'm running 57 instead of 62. I'm going to see how much that adds to it. So that's going to put me there at 5 o'clock, which will leave me in about an hour. I think it was going to leave me a little over an hour on my clock. So if that's the case, if I have a little over an hour at 5 o'clock, I should be okay still. There's another pilot or a Love's or something, like another 30 miles up the road. And so I'll probably bolt on over to that one just to get moving some more miles in. But we'll see how that works out. Once again, these are all the things you get to think about. Where you're going to shut down. You don't want to shut down too early. You don't want to shut down too late. I really wanted to go to a rest area, man, because I don't want to spend money at a truck stop. I have a hell of a time going to a truck stop not spending some kind of money. Though it would be like, oh damn, they have McDonald's, I want to get me a McDouble. Or last night I went into the truck stop to get me a Dairy Queen ice cream, and when I walked in I used the restroom. When I came back out, they were closed. It was like, good. That was after I woke up from sleeping. I was going to go have ice cream and then go back to bed. It's like, what the hell am I doing? So I'm glad they closed. But like I was saying, this is pretty uneventful, which is beautiful. I like it. Look at the weather. You know, give me 2 months, I'll probably be crying about how hot it is and oh my gosh, it's just horrible, wah, 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 wah. But then somebody's just got to throw a comment in, Wyoming wintertime, and I'll be like, yep, I'm happy, I'm good. But watch, summertime hits, I'll probably be stuck down in the south, Laredo, Louisiana, all that crap, all summer long where it's hot and humid Florida. And it's like, well, how come you couldn't send me there during the winter, man? And then wintertime will come and I'll be back up north, running up north. I was running up north for a while, man, if I think about it. He had me going back and forth to Salt Lake a few times in that snow, which sucked. Going through Wyoming over and over and over. Yeah, because I went through Wyoming like 4 times each direction during them damn snowstorms. Yeah, because I went, let's see, I came from California through to Wyoming, and then I kept going east. I can't remember where I went, but then I came back through it and went to Salt Lake, and then I went back Why am I telling you guys all this? Like, it really matters. Oh, we got her pinned now, boys and girls. We're going down a nice steep grade. 60. What are we doing? Oh my goodness, we're doing 62. Oh. But we're coasting. I mean, yeah, we're coasting. So we ain't burning any fuel. Hey, here's a fun fact. Did you know back in the day when you coasted a car or a truck, you were actually burning fuel, you know, because of the higher RPMs? To where now fuel-injected vehicles, they're able to monitor and shut down the fuel as needed. Well, they're coasting with the RPMs up. But back in the day with your vacuum carburetors and everything, you used to burn, unless you put it in neutral, you were still burning fuel, you know, at a higher rate than just idle, like, you know. Man, you guys know what I'm trying to say. I just can't say it. Sometimes when I try to think, nothing happens. I think it's because it's time for bed. What time is it? 1:15. Huh? No, not time for bed. I don't know. I'm looking forward to sleep tonight, though. I don't know why. Why am I so tired? Did I not sleep last night? I probably didn't sleep good last night. I know I kept waking up.
Way station ahead.
I kept waking up. Way station. I'll take you guys to the way station, and then I'm kicking you out of the truck. How about that? How about that? We'll see. Ooh, it's always exciting to get pulled into a way station when you didn't scale the truck. Woo! Let's see. Man, I haven't been into a way station in I can't remember how long. I've even ran across a few open ones, and they still just send me on by. Let's see, 1.25 miles. Are they going to bring me in, or are they open? I mean, they could. You know what? It's daytime, and it's the weekday. Bet you they're open. See, weekends and nights, a lot of times they're not open. But it's the week. They're going to be open. Now it's just a matter of whether they're going to pull me in or not. Now it's just a matter of whether they're going to pull me in or not. Here comes the dinger. Are we going to get dung or are we going to get dong? Oh, I see red.